The cluster at JFP is a matter of serious concern to us. It has impacted our supply chain.
Tonight, the Jurong Fishery Port cluster grows to 451 cases, making it the biggest active cluster.
All set for Phase 2 heightened alert, F&B outlets will be offering only takeaways and deliveries from tomorrow.
And Minister Edwin Tong speaks to Newsnight about his Olympic hopes and dreams for Team Singapore. Singapore's best medal chances at the Olympics, swimming or table tennis?
Why not both?
This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Chow Suen.
Good evening, I'm Dylan Ang. The growing number of positive COVID-19 cases found at the Jurong Fishery Port has led to closure of the facility. 130 new local cases confirmed today are linked to the Jurong Fishery Port cluster, which now has 451 cases.
Speaking after a visit to the Jurong coastal earlier today, Minister for Sustainability and the Environment, Grace Fu, assured Singapore that we will have adequate supply of seafood, stressing, however, that disruptions are expected.
There may be short-term disruptions to some of our supply, especially chilled seafood, but we have ample supply and stock of frozen seafood. So I urge members of public to widen your choices, and including, widening where you will buy your seafood, so that we can have sufficient supply for all Singaporeans.
Ms. Fu also addressed the growing Jurong Fishery Port cluster and stressed that thorough investigations must be done before the port can be reopened.
The cluster at JFP is a matter of serious concern to us. It has impacted our supply chain, and we want to review how transmission has taken place, working closely with MOH. We are reviewing the whole SMM measures and including our own CCTV footages, so as to ensure that we identify gaps, if there's any, and address them before we reopen JFP.
Aside from the spike in cases from the Jurong Fishery Port cluster, now at 451 in total, 8 new infections were added to the KTV cluster that has grown to 215.
This as tightened measures such as the suspending of dining in and other mask-off activities will kick in tomorrow, when Singapore returns to Phase 2 heightened alert.
With no dining in from tomorrow until August 18th, many F&B outlets are bracing for a drop in business. Today was the final day for them to welcome customers for a sit-down meal. At hawker centres and coffee shops earlier today, we saw workers preparing for the latest restrictions, putting red tape over the seats, getting ready for tomorrow when all food outlets will be allowed to only offer takeaways and deliveries. And whether it's hawker stalls or restaurants and cafes, this is definitely another blow for business owners and the industry at large.
First reaction was, it was something that we all expected actually. We thought it should have come slightly earlier. I think the whole industry, if I can say so for my F&B colleagues, is that we are a little bit tired. And then we are not sure how we are going to bounce back so quickly. Business will drop at least 60-70%. And on top of that, business had already dropped the first time round during the Phase 2 heightened alert phase. So it's very concerning, and we are looking forward to some respite. For example, rental rebates or manpower salary rebates, that would be really helpful.
Queues for free rapid antigen self-test kits continue to form at several venues across Singapore today, the last day of their collection. They are meant for individuals who had visited 4 markets and food centres, Cheng San, Chong Boon, Geylang Serai and Hague Road in the last 14 days. They also include residents living in the vicinity of these places.
In other news, River Valley High School students returned to school this morning, 2 days after the alleged killing of a 13-year-old boy on campus. Over a dozen staff and security officers stood at the gates as early as 6:30 a.m. to usher in students. with some turning up with flowers to pay their respects to their schoolmates. MOE's Director General of Education, Wong Siu Hong, said that the Education Ministry is providing all necessary support during this difficult time.
The immediate aftermath of a tragedy like this is critical and sensitive. Since the incident, the school, with MOE HQ's support, has been proactively reaching out to affected staff and students to offer all our support. Close friends and teachers who are affected by the incident were invited to school yesterday so that MOE specialists and school counsellors who are trained in psychological first aid and trauma management will be stationed there now, can provide the necessary support. Some have already accessed the help yesterday.
Meanwhile, schools are marking Racial Harmony Day today, a date that has been set since 1998 to remind students the importance of racial harmony. Taking to Facebook, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said Singapore marks this occasion each year not to proclaim that it has, and I quote, solved this problem, but to remind ourselves this is something we need to continue working hard on. Noting the several racist incidents that went viral this year, Mr. Lee said race remains an urgent and sensitive issue for us 56 years after independence.
Let's take a look at what's been trending on social media today. Now, a new way to earn money through YouTube as the platform launches Super Thanks, a feature that will allow YouTubers to earn money from their viewers. Now, it's simple. Fans donate as a way to express gratitude and support their favorite channels. They do so by purchasing Super Thanks at 4 price points ranging from $2 to $50 with their comment then highlighted in the comments section. It's already available to select creators in YouTube's partner program and will further expand to all eligible creators by end 2021.
Dylan, maybe it's time to finally start your own YouTube channel. I'll support you, I promise.
Good to know, but can't say I'll do the same for you though.
That's mean. Well, a childhood dream come true for Amazon founder Jeff Bezos after he successfully traveled to space as part of a 4-man crew on a Blue Origin rocket. This particular comment, though, which he made upon returning to Earth, has drawn criticism from some quarters.
I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated.
It's said to have left a bad taste in the mouths of some Amazon employees who said they want better pay and working conditions, and not just a thank you. Bezos spent just over 10 minutes in space after launching from the town of Van Horn in West Texas, with the trip representing a key milestone in plans to potentially open the door to space tourism.
50 years, that's how long Milwaukee Bucks fans had to wait to claim their first NBA title with their 105-98 win over the Phoenix Suns. Now, this means that the Bucks sealed their 4-2 series win and are only the 5th team to win the best-of-7 finals after losing their first 2 matches. They were led by MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, who scored an incredible 50 points with 14 rebounds and 5 blocked shots. An emotional occasion and a dream come true for the Greek freak, who certainly made good on the promise he made 7 years ago when he said he'll never leave the Bucks till he builds the team to a championship-level team. Congrats, champ.
Just 2 more days to go before the much-awaited opening ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics. But the first official sporting event has already taken place. Japan's softball team celebrating an 8-1 victory against Australia today, with the game taking place in a stadium without spectators. That's something we'll be seeing a lot of in the coming days as Japan hosts the first ever Olympics held during a pandemic.
Also making history today, Brisbane has won the right to host the Olympics in 2032, with Australia becoming only the second country after the United States to host the Summer Olympics in 3 different cities.
It's getting really exciting now, and I cannot wait to see Team Singapore in action. Now, earlier I got to catch up with Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, Edwin Tong, and ask him some quick-fire questions. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Edwin Tong, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth.
Are you more of a competitor or a spectator?
Competitor.
What's your favourite sport to play?
Football.
What position do you play?
Striker.
Do you prefer sprinting or a marathon?
Sprint.
Singapore's best medal chances at the Olympics, swimming or table tennis?
Why not both?
Would you rather win an Olympic gold medal or a World Cup trophy?
World Cup trophy.
Guessing you're a football fan?
Absolutely.
Who would you rather be for a day, Joseph Schooling or Fandi Ahmad?
Joseph Schooling.
So greatest ever Olympian, Usain Bolt or Michael Phelps?
Phelps, no doubt.
Would you rather do a push-up or sit-up?
Push up.
Do you do them regularly?
No, as you can see.
Breakfast of champions, protein shake or kaya toast?
Kaya toast every day.
When you do sports, do you prefer water or an isotonic drink?
Isotonic drink.
What's your favorite national song, Home or The Road Ahead?
Home. Sentimental.
Could you sing us a line?
This is home, truly, where I know I must be.
It's getting close now, and I can truly feel the patriotism. I'm about to burst into song myself. Dylan, are you excited for the Olympics?
Ooh, very. I'm a huge sports fan and cannot wait to cheer on Team Singapore, especially Joe Schooling.
Very cool. I'm excited too. Now that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Keep safe and we'll see you tomorrow.